China issues warning to Britain, promise to strike if UK steps out of line. China plans to strike back in areas where the UK steps out of line as relations between Beijing and London deteriorate over Hong Kong and Hawaii. The UK's relations with China have been rocked over recent months, and China's new security law in Hong Kong prompted a sharp response from Britain. The Foreign and Commonwealth Office launched its most robust and turbulent 6-month report on Hong Kong on Friday, warning China to reconsider, to step back from the brink and respect Hong Kong autonomy and respect its own international obligations. The UK will not look the other way when it comes to the people of Hong Kong. We will stand by them and we will live up to our responsibilities. The law threatened to outlaw freedom of expression in the city and could potentially violate the Sino-British Joint Declaration that ensure political autonomy for Hong Kong until 2047. Despite the implications of inciting wrath from Beijing, UK and peers joined an online rally on Saturday, marking the one-year anniversary of the Hong Kong protest movement. The MPs, including stalwart MC Donald and Alicia Keys, called on international governments to rethink their dependence on China, avoid technology with Chinese links, including Huawei, Zoom, and WeChat, and protect privacy and data. Lord Adonis said at the speech, "Just as under Stalin, we were all Berliners, so too under Jinping must we all be Hong Kongers." The Chinese Communist Party (CCP) tabloid, the Global Times, has warned that the British economy faces substantial damage if the UK government does not change course. The news site told how Beijing would strike back in areas where the UK steps out of line. The key areas that the UK economy could be compromised would be through those corporations that China has the greatest leverage over, it suggested, most notably HSBC and Chinese investment in nuclear plants in the UK. The Global Times declared that these sectors could be impacted and that Britain does not have many cards to play, and further moves to cut cooperation could shoot the UK in its own foot. China's official response to Hong Kong has been to consistently warn Britain and the international community not to intervene in its internal affairs. The Chinese Foreign Minister Wārñīñg has told Dominic Raab in a phone call last Monday that Hong Kong is purely China's internal affair and that national security is a core interest as Beijing terms its red lines. Liu Zimong, China's ambassador in London, followed that shot across the bows with comments to British business leaders. He said some UK politicians still cling to the Cold War and colonial mentality and refuse to accept the fact that Hong Kong has been returned to China. However, Britain's treatment in recent days has still not reached the pitch of Chinese attacks on some other Western allies, notably Australia and the US. Ian Graham, a former British diplomat and senior fellow in Asia Pacific Security at the International Institute for Strategic Studies in Singapore, said, "China is picking fights. on all fronts. There are no calming voices on the Chinese side right now. In Hong Kong, they have calculated that they can ride roughhood over the treaty agreement, but the offer of passport has clearly got them rattled. And Britain is not alone when it comes to China right now. Across Europe, countries are waking up to the many strings attached to any economy dealing with Beijing. Thank you for listening to this news. You can imagine. Viewers, you believe me when I say that China is overstepping their boundaries. Yes, China is overstepping its boundary. I don't know if they are actually influenced by their technology or the level of their economy. I think that is that. Chinese challenging America. Believe you me, they have something backing them up. After their recent nationwide blunder they committed, they still have the mouth to even speak and challenge America. Well, I will say that America is equal to that task, considering the person in power, because I know that Donald Trump is not going to give in to their threats. Who is China to be placing a boundary and placing conditions for American to abide with? The worst will just be that they will decide not to have anything to do with America in terms of business and trading, of which America is even very much okay and fit to even function as a country of its own. Do you know how many countries are even transacting with America? Not of recent, they tried to devalue American currency. They tried to devalue American currency by introducing what is called digital currency, whereby people go out, buy whatever they want to buy, and make payment online. You can see what Chinese people are doing. Now they have come up with another one. Believe you me, they have failed this time, because I know that there is no way they are going to succeed with this their devilish and evil crime. Chinese people are very much good at this. Forget economic ties with China now and take aggressive approach. UK has little to lose for the interim, but the future is still bright. All what UK need to do is to strip off her ties with China and treat China as real enemy. It is too dangerous to do business with China now, because they are devilish. China is running amok because big contract America has scrubbed them off across the world. The only contract they have is with poor African countries, and that is a big blow to China. Hence, running mad on those he thinks or he can threaten, like Britain, Taiwan, Hong Kong, etc. Truth be told, they have lost it. Trump has done them a very big Trump has dealt with them with a very big blow. So please, my viewers, Your contribution concerning this issue are of great importance. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.